Alright, hello, welcome to Charter Conductor. We're starting with the desk. We've unfolded we took off the engine vector diagrams, and this is what you got to start out with before we even get to the mechanics or electrical or the locomotive railroad drawing. First we have rehabilitation in design, which is a track standard, the TI 85001, U.S. Army Corps Engineering. I handwrite novels, books, like except for the graphics, you get your track layout. So don't forget that we also cover railroad tracks, which you might need for driving or whatever, you know, like maps and stuff. Alright, railroad rehabilitation 1, railroad rehabilitation 2. This is your drafting board underneath this. This is underneath plastic, so that hasn't been unveiled. All these papers are stacked. I'm going to try to organize them. I'm going to make a little chart in the way that they came at me, with like a pyramid of books, and then it goes this way. So moving on from rehabilitation and rehabilitation and design of railroad tracks. These are how the track is designed. Railroad track is designed, right? And then you're going to need to know CSX air brake train handling book, equipment rule book. You can find this on the Charter Conductor page. Take a practical exam, see how well you can drive the train. Alright, after you drove the train, which I have over here, these pictures over here, right? Yeah, me driving the train in Paris, Florida when I was 32 and a half. My birthday, you'd have to, alright, and then you got American signals. First you have CSX aerial brakes, you drive the train, and then the second S2 would be American Railway Signals and Practices. Got an idea for a universal lighting system. My mom's on it, like, you know, like, here's some of the ideas of where it goes in: traffic compensators, train stops, flags. Alright, over here's my bush. Yeah, nice little, that's a 6600. Alright, and after you've learned how to air brake the train, you're going to have a track bulletin, your daily empty car report, these don't flip too easy. Underneath that's an electrical diagram. We'll get more into that. Conductor's wheel report. You want to be a conductor, a charter conductor? Come hang out with us. Daily statement with cars on hand. Set out report. Unit train loading plan. Maintenance report. Go back one. We're going to go, there's the daily inspection of diesel electric locomotives. I don't know how long. There's a calendar balanced it. We're going to work through these and maybe rebuild, stack them back up, stack them back in order, keep the original order, but stack them back up every time I use them, except for the first layer with all the books, because that's just my trailer. Okay, so you have the daily inspection, diesel electric locomotives, your maintenance report, field inspection data, U.S. railway cars, made a couple sways. Everything's got, I've pretty much got the, check out Charter Conductor for life lessons. Turnout inspection, we did a turnout inspection. Forgot to bring a, and that, so there's your worksheets. Your railroad rehabilitation and design, we're inspection of the track and inspecting the track and whatnot. We'll get to the drafter of the locomotive and later vehicles. Who knows how that's going to be represented in cinematography and photos. That I'm going to use an index card on there and number them, since they were stacked a certain way, and take as many overhead lays if I want. American Railway Signal. Alright, then after that, you move into what I call electricians. Before we show you the draft, we're going to show you, here would be like a circuit board. Here's an electrical wiregram, another wiregram, some wire diagrams. We're going to probably do the wire diagram, and then we're also going to do the air piping schematic, which I have on a certain empty pad underneath all this junk. It's stacked up maybe like 157 pages underneath there. So you have that, and then like I went through a list of your opening console and all the how to starting the system, which I could read, and that's how you fire up the locomotive. And so I've been doing electrical work diagram, but like, okay, here's this one. This is a 80-ton locomotive electrical symbol wire diagram, just like you find in a bag of Chiltons, but it's a little different. Station locators, and then terminal boards and stuff like this. And what we do is let me get a blank. We roll out. I keep a drawer of this shit, right? I'll show you the video game, but this would be on there, labeled in some cards. But I got my deck of the G series, so you got the item, the icon, and then we leave the station numbers, and then I put them through this, fold it on the side, and write the different station numbers in there. Alright, but first, I did a blueprint, and we've been working on blueprints and layouts. We're going to get to the side. Thanks to Justin, I was able to score some Sun Glow pages, which is tracing paper, which is really good for speeding up drawings when you don't have a copywriter or a Xerox. Alright, this would be your throttle indications. These are my control boards. Like I've lined up the controls, made the icons, put them on there, made several different control boards. My locomotive, and then I have kept some blank for the G series because I did the F series. And then like we're trying to get the throttle indicator real quick. Like here would be the throttle master controls to this station right here, which would be your, just like those controls over here, but in the back. This is the back one, same master control, throttles notched, and then you have your reverser electrical circuits here. And then the thing is, we're taking also like I don't know, we also have the throttle control up in the front, which you got different things like ohmmeters, ammeters, and stuff like that, and I'll later get into that. Alright, now picturing, alright, here's a piece of glass, right? That fits over top of that. Notice that I have the double pole switch here. These are ran on capacitors. Even though it's notched, I ran lines through there. What it is, it's basically like stacking like glass over top of this one, and then that one, and then like having the resistors over here on this side, so you have tuned frequencies in between throttles 1, 3, and 8, and they're backwards, and if they're not backwards, they may be flipped like a piece of glass, like flipped over like that, flipped over like that, flipped over like that, flipped over like that, and then that. You understand? So basically this is your central trafficking throttle controls, double throw switch, maybe a single throw switch. You can still have the option of riding without the central traffic on if you wanted it. Notice there's adjustable capacitors on these sides, and then an adjustable resistor, and like current going into these. So there's your central traffic. Alright, let's move on to the starting instructions, if I can read it. Starting sequence. Fuel generator switch, isolation switch, battery switch, gauge light switch, and lights. Fuel pump contactor. Diesel engine start system. Start engine temperature switch, engine temperature light. Temperature control. I can't read my writing. Lube and oil. Temperature control, lube, switch, alarm, and light, signal light, let's see, BMR light, well, and then you move on to ammeter, and then starting positive motor, battery field switch, field contactor, P1 through 4 parallel circuits, S1, 1 and 4, S2 series parallel contactors, and 1, 2, 3, 4 traction motor field contactors. And then you turn on the dynamic braking warning light, braking warning relay, brake 1, 2, 3, 4, and then tow car served on like wheel slip relays. So that may not be the full functioning one, but then we have operator console, you know, and these would be the consoles for that. Like, notice the above overhead plan, those I have planned for a little while. Another gauge light, and so these were working with a control. So let's just fold that book into that book, put that over here for a side, and then at the top we have these, we'll read the front page, but these are technical T55 55 series, which is the Lcoomotive. 2210 would be the Lcoomotive itself. 224 24P would give you an intermediate direct support, general support, repair parts, special tools, Lcoomotive diesel engine, 56.5 inch gauge, 80 ton, 044. This was an 89 model, and basically you go through all these. It's got all the parts. I've labeled them with, I'll show you this. So these have different parts in here. All the listing of the parts. Just notice it has one page on here. Then the next page would be listed. That was a door, so I didn't feel like it was needed. But this one would be your heater, and I just busted the binary on that. But we have that took up 3 different ones, and I'll show you my video game. Remember, this is the main generator, and that's a biggie. And then over here, we're looking at cylinder blocks with the part list. I'll show you what we're going to do with the part list later, and that should cover the introductory of what you have to know. You got to know how to do maintenance on the parts, electricity, worksheets, signals, railroad tracks, and then my battery's low, so this is the American seal. Okay, congratulations on your notary appointment. Enclosed complimentary if you may find these useful. Thank you for considering our company for notary seal and stamp.